maybe having an existential... I can't even say that word. That's not a good intro, is it? In terms of Doctor Who, I may be having a crisis. So hello and welcome back to the Wingy Media channel, or the RIP Wingy channel, because it's essentially dead at this point. But anyway, today in this video, I'm going to be talking Doctor Who, but not specifically about any story or era or monster or writer or, you know, whatever it might be. Today I want to talk to you about where I'm at as a fan. And I've done a couple of these videos before where I'm just sort of giving my honest opinion of not necessarily the show itself, but where it's at or where I'm at with it. And at this point, it's really bizarre. You obviously will have noticed that I haven't been uploading as much as I have done in the past. And that is for a variety of reasons. Stuff in my personal life, stuff with work, not fucking in the mood for it. You know, we've all got that sometimes, you're just not in the mood to do something. But I think in terms of Doctor Who specifically, whilst all of that stuff that I just mentioned is true, it's also due to the fact that I don't really have that much of an interest in it anymore. And this isn't something that I think is going to be permanent. This isn't something that I think, I'm just pretty much done with that now. Yeah, that'll do. The reality is, I will always be a Doctor Who fan. Like, it's been such a big part of my life. It's ingrained in my DNA at this point. It still influences my dress sense, for fuck's sake. Some of the outfits that the Doctors have worn in the past, I'm just like, that's a bit similar to what thing you wore. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna wear it. And I think that love for Doctor Who and that spark for Doctor Who will come back. I just don't know when, and I don't know how to get it back. And that's kind of a question that I want to pose to you guys at this point in the video as well, actually. Have you ever been through something like that? Not necessarily with Doctor Who, but something that you were a massive fan of, or something that you love so much, and then it got to a point where it's just like, I'm just not fucking interested at the minute. And if so, what changed? Because for me, the last few years, it's just been, I mean, like I said, I've mentioned this in videos before, but it's just slowly gone downhill to the point where people have asked me like, oh, are you going to do a review of Galaxy 4 or Evil of the Daleks? And I'll be totally honest with you, I haven't seen them yet. Galaxy 4 I don't even own. Evil of the Daleks is in the living room and it's still in the plastic. You know, again, it's a long story, so there is time constraints to, you know, sitting down and watching the full thing, which I prefer to do, not chop it up. But even then, there's been days where we're just like, should we watch something? Yeah, should we watch Evil of the Daleks? No, just haven't been in the mood for anything Doctor Who related. And the thing is, it's a plethora of different things. It is life getting in the way. It is maybe just getting older. It's not enjoying what's currently on TV as Doctor Who. It's also the way that the fandom is, which, I mean, let's be honest, I've been talking about the fucking fandom for years. It doesn't seem to get better. I can't even say if it's got worse, because it's always been pretty bad, if we're being totally honest. I don't know, it just feels like an environment that you wouldn't want to be involved in, and because, you know, I'd rather just leave people on Twitter to argue with each other than actually watch the fucking show itself, because it sort of zaps your enjoyment out of it a little bit. And that's the thing, like, I don't know how to get that spark back. I don't know if that's going to happen with the 60th, obviously with David Tennant and Catherine Tate coming back, which I must admit I am curious about seeing. I do want to see that. I'm also excited about Russell T Davies coming back, not as much as some other people were, as I said in my reaction video to it. I'm very excited to see what Ncuti Gatwa is going to do as the Doctor as well, because I really like him in Sex Education and I think he's a very good actor. But that's ages away. Do you know what I mean? This is the here and now, and as someone who, I don't think or class it as a Doctor Who channel, but what is essentially a Doctor Who channel, me not enjoying or wanting to talk about Doctor Who isn't necessarily the best fucking thing that you can do for it. And obviously, like, throughout my time on YouTube, I have done videos on a variety of different things, but fundamentally it always comes back to Doctor Who. And at the minute, I don't know, I just don't have anything to say, really. I will do, I know that I will do. I'm waiting for the Jodie Whittaker run to end, and then I've got some things to say about it. But for now, that's just sort of, we'll just leave that for a bit. We'll leave that. But even with the classic stuff, like, I love the classic stuff, and even sometimes I think like, oh, should I stick on a Doctor Who? And I'm like, nah. Same with like I said with Evil of the Daleks. Like, it was just, it's there. I've had the option. I just haven't wanted to take it. I've also got a load of Target novels that I've been meaning to read, because I did a video ages ago now comparing the TV story to the Target novel, and I really enjoyed doing that. But obviously, I've only done one, which is The Hand of Fate, and I've got a load of other books. I've got like Earthshock and The Two Doctors, and I think I've got a Pertwee one as well. I feel like it might be The Three Doctors or something. Either way, I still haven't fucking done it, have I? I've got a load of Big Finish. that I've been meaning to listen to. Haven't got around to that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Doctor Who at the minute. There's just so many different factors and things, and that just sort of, I don't know, put me off. This video obviously is going to sound very rambly and me just whittering on about essentially just like I'm not in the mood for Doctor Who and saying it in various different ways, but I don't know, I don't know how to get that spark back, and it's getting to a point now where it's sort of just like, is it gonna come back? I have hope that it will, but I don't know. Do you guys sort of feel this as well? I imagine it won't be all of you, but I think fatigue might be the right word. I just feel like with everything, I'm just fed up of it, and like, you see people arguing and you see people talking about X, Y, and Z, and it's like, who cares? Like, at the end of the day, who cares? And also as well, I do want to talk about other stuff on my channel. Like, you know, you guys obviously know that I do the Why You Should Watch series, and I do various other different things, but a lot of the time, people don't seem as interested, which is fine. You know, you don't have to be. No one's forcing you to watch my videos. Although they should. That should be a thing I'm looking into. I'm going to check that out. Either way, existential crisis. Now I can fucking say it. It's so hot in this room. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I am literally dripping with sweat. Anyway, back to the point at hand before I waffle on even more about shit. Yeah, I don't really know where I'm at with Doctor Who. So yeah, any advice into getting back into it? Should I just force myself to watch stuff that I like? Should I just do like a full rewatch, or force myself to read the books? Or, you know, what helped for you guys if you went through this? And not necessarily with Doctor Who, like I said before, with anything. Say if you fell out of love with, I don't know, Star Wars or Marvel. And that's the thing, actually, I feel like this isn't a Doctor Who thing. I feel like this is across the board. Like Star Wars, I lost interest for a long time ago, and I gave Obi-Wan a chance just because I love Obi-Wan, and that disappointed me overall. Marvel is the same. I think Phase 4 has been shit. Not all of it. There's been some positives. I mean, I can talk about it in a separate video if you guys want, but again, I don't really have the desire apart from No Way Home. That's the only thing in Phase 4 that I like, really, or that I'd actively go back and check out. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Is anyone else feeling this like a, maybe it's growing up? I mean, I am 27 now, so realistically, in the eyes of the world, you shouldn't be interested in, you know, superheroes fighting and Doctor Who and all that sort of stuff, but I still want to be. You know, I like other stuff, like steam trains. They're cool. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Still repping Dark Magician, you know what I mean? Not Blue Eyes, fuck Blue Eyes. I was literally on my Pokemon game on the Switch the other day. That was fun. Seems like with media, like TV and film, it just feels like there's not a lot of good stuff. And that sort of, I guess Doctor Who is just collateral damage in that, really. I mean, I love stuff like Ozark and Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad obviously, but I don't know. Depends if you guys would want to hear my takes on that sort of stuff. I know, well, obviously my last video was Ozark. I've talked about Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and some of the other stuff we've been watching, so I don't know, would you want to see that? Who knows? What I'm trying to say in this video is help. If you enjoyed this video, and I don't know why you would, make sure you leave a like on it. Even if you didn't, just fucking like it anyway. Why not? If you want to see more content, subscribe. It'll probably be up in the next 3 months, like the rest of it. Cool. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one for whatever the fuck I talk about. Oh, this video's a mess. See you later.